It is 10:52 on this Football Friday. We've got the college football playoff kicking off at 7 o'clock tonight as Alabama takes on the Oklahoma Sooners. If you missed Wimp Sanderson's blue plate, he gave us 4 games. He likes Oklahoma in a close one, A&M -3, Ole Miss -17.5, and he likes Oregon -21. We will have our own version of the blue plate called Bet It or Forget It coming up at 12:30, a very close competition amongst Conrad, Molly, and Landrum.
Yes, it is. 800-239-WJOX. We'll get to your phone calls. Dr. Mel, how are you on this Friday?
Great, Landrum. How are you all today? You, Pat, Molly, and Conrad. And I said to Conrad, I've been sitting here for a while, but that's fine. And you know, I love Coach Sanderson. He's a great coach, and but I'm going to issue my Crimson plate this afternoon. And matter of fact, I said to Conrad this would be encouraging for him and to myself and all of the Bama Nation. Back in July, the boys from the University of Alabama, they actually did something even before the Florida State game. Those young men, they pledged and dedicated the season to the Lord. Ty Simpson, Farmby, Jeremy Bernard, Tim Keenan, Horton, and Caden Proctor, but they dedicated the season to the Lord. And so, you know, you guys, I don't know if you all have ever experienced it. I've had a couple of pets, cats in particular. Isaac has a little pet now. His name is Ash. He's a Russian blue. But if you bag Ash up in a corner, he get that hump in his back. You can be the greatest master, give him all kind of treats. He get that hump in his back. Look out, he's going to come out fighting, although he's declawed. So my point being, you know, the boys played probably their worst game ever in the SEC championship game. They don't have a chip on their shoulder this evening, Conrad. They have a whole bag that they're toting on their shoulders. And for my buddy Wimp, whoever told you about the glare in the skies, Bama would put fear in these boys' eyes. So the score will be either 29 or 31-6. We go into Norman. We're going to turn Norman guys into abnormal. We go in there to smash them boys. Kalen DeBoer is not going anywhere. He's a believer. And so the believer heading up and coaching these group of outstanding young men who have pledged the season, and that's why they will prevail this evening. One stat left off all of the sports sheets is these young men faith. And I believe the definition of giving of faith is the evidence of things hoped for, the things of not seen. So we rolling into abnormal, and we going to mash them boys. Conrad, we got this one. God bless you all. Isaac and I headed down to Miami for a few days. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. This is Dr. Mel. I'm dropping the mic.
Dr. Mel, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Safe
Christmas.
travels. You and your grandson. Tell Tua that Conrad said hello.
Yeah, still loves Tua.
And Quinn.
Yes. All right, Mike Rodak from Bama 247. He'll give us a thought or two on tonight's game. He is there in Norman, Oklahoma. All that straight ahead. 3 hours to go. This is Jock's three-man front. It is 11 o'clock, hour number 2 of Three Man Front. We already have one bowl game underway. Alabama alum Lance Taylor, who is the MAC Coach of the Year for the Western Michigan Broncos, this is not a misprint. It is 27-0 over Kennesaw State, 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go until halftime. How about this fun stat? Up until today, collectively, in 13 games for Western Michigan, they had scored 23 total points in the first quarter. Collectively, they scored 27 today in Myrtle Beach.
This is the time for trends to be reversed. That's what Alabama fans should take to heart tonight.
Yes, because of what's happening with Alabama alum Lance Taylor.
Do you need any more good omens?
Yeah.
I'm just concerned that they let Connor Talty go and kick for Western Michigan
Yeah, he
today
missed an extra point.
before the game tonight.
Trying to get warmed up.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, speaking of Oklahoma, let's go out to the wonderful OK State. Joining us from Bama 247, Mike Rodak.
Is it snowing, Mike?
It is not snowing.
Dang.
It's cold. I mean, it's probably 50, but the wind chill is. I think when we stepped off, into the hotel last night, it was like 53 degrees at the wind chill of like 37 because it was so windy out. And I think that's gonna also be the case tonight, where it's gonna be 50 in theory, temperature-wise, but with the wind, it's gonna feel a lot colder.
One thing is for sure, Alabama supposedly is going to get a lot of guys back. Now, I know that they're going to play, but how healthy are they? Do you anticipate that Jam Miller and Cuevas both will be a very integral part of what they're trying to do tonight?
Jam, yes. I think he's been in a better position in terms of being able to get back. I think he was fairly close in the SEC championship game. So you have, 2 weeks since then. I think he's practiced a good deal. I would imagine he starts tonight, and I think you're kind of back to where you were in the Iron Bowl, where it's him and Daniel Hill in terms of the backfield, and we'll have to see how effective that is. I mean, I think they had some encouraging signs against Oklahoma the first time, and Kalen likes to talk about how they were picking the top 3 in terms of teams rushing against Oklahoma this year in terms of average. But Cuevas, I'm not as convinced on. I think it's kind of been a grind for him to even get back for this game. And, there's obviously his draft stock, that is taking into account here because he's a senior, he's a 5th-year senior. He kind of made it for himself. A guy who started off as a 0-star recruit, went to Cal Poly, went to Washington, came to Alabama. Now he has a chance to be, an NFL draft pick. And, you obviously want to win for your team, but I think you also want to be a little bit careful in terms of not putting yourself in a position where you're re-injured